Hi everyone! So when it comes to the superhero genre, female characters have had an interesting history to say the least. Sure, we've had good ones in ensemble movies and as supporting characters, but only a small amount of superhero films have actually been led by a female character. And to say the audiences did not respond well to the likes of Supergirl, Elektra, and yeah. To say that audiences did not respond well to those movies would be a massive understatement. So imagine everybody's surprise when the DC Extended Universe's Wonder Woman debuted to rave reviews. Is this the female-led superhero movie that we've been waiting for? Let's find out. Welcome to the 4th season of Short and to the Point, where I review movies in 5 minutes or less, or your money back.
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman.
All the world is waiting for you and the power you possess. In your satin tights, fighting for your rights, and the old red, white, and blue.
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman. You're a Wonder Woman.
Our story begins on Themyscira, an island populated only by women, where we meet the young Wonder Woman, known as Diana. She greatly admires the island's Amazon warriors and wants to be one herself, against the wishes of her mother, Queen Hippolyta, played by Connie Nielsen. Of course, this doesn't stop Diana, and she receives training from her aunt, General Antiope, played by Robin Wright. Everything changes one day when the now adult Diana, played by Gal Gadot, witnesses a man known as Steve Trevor, played by Chris Pine, crash landing on the island and German soldiers following him onto its shores to attack. After the Amazons defeat the soldiers, they interrogate Steve and learn of the war to end all wars taking place in the world of men. While the Amazons want nothing to do with this, Diana believes that the war is the result of the influence of the god of war himself, Ares. As such, Diana convinces Steve to take her with him back to the mainland so she can find Ares, kill him, and release whatever influence she believes he has on the people fighting in World War I. Okay, so I really enjoyed this movie, but first, let me get my issues with it out of the way. The first act of the movie is a tad slow-paced, as it features the usual exposition that's associated with an origin story, in addition to some cryptic bits of foreshadowing. The third act of the movie, meanwhile, is something that I'm mixed on, in that it has a chance to go in one direction but opts to go in another direction that I found to be less interesting. It doesn't ruin the movie or anything, and can be viewed as thought-provoking in its own right, but I felt like the former direction would have been stronger and fits in better with Wonder Woman's narrative back in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I also felt like a tad more could have been done with the villainous characters of General Ludendorff, played by Danny Huston, and Dr. Poison, played by Elena Anaya, though to be fair, they do mostly serve their purpose to the story. Speaking of the Doctor, there's also this weird moment when she creates a fantastic element for the General to use that felt out of place since the movie treats World War I as realistically as possible otherwise, though that's a minor nitpick all things considered. Okay, that's enough negativity. One of the things I really liked about this movie was Gal Gadot and Chris Pine's chemistry. Watching these two trying to understand each other's worlds generated plenty of laughs, in addition to some good drama regarding Diana's idealistic outlook regarding heroism versus Steve's taking a more pragmatic route, and these two points of view complemented one another well, with World War I serving as the setting. Also, in addition to doing a good job showing Diana's curiosity and frustration with the world of men, when the time for action came, you will believe that Diana is a warrior and the kind of person that people would gladly follow into a fight. One such fight is a definite contender for my top 10 comic book movie scenes due to its pacing, the way the action is filmed, and some good use of slow motion. Another point in this movie's favor is despite the fact that Wonder Woman is the title character, Steve's points of view have just as much weight as hers. You really do feel how conflicted he is with doing what's right versus doing what's smart thanks to Chris Pine's acting, and though Diana does get frustrated with Steve's lack of action from time to time, you can tell that she does have a great deal of respect for him and his friends. Said friends don't go beyond your usual supporting characters, but they were still nice to have around thanks to their backstories and their interactions with Diana and Steve. They are also a pretty good source of comedy relief, such as Lucy Davis, who makes every second of her appearances at a candy count. I also liked how this movie does the best job it can with its rating to showcase the horrors of a war. It's no Saving Private Ryan or anything, but it's enough that we understand why Diana wants to bring it into the fighting as quickly as she possibly can. So overall, Wonder Woman was an awesome movie. It's simple in its structure, but its themes work thanks to the writing for Diana and Steve. It features some well-deserved character moments, and overall, it just put a pretty big smile on my face. I'm going to give this movie 8.7 awesome female characters out of a possible 10, and I do recommend it for a theatrical viewing. This has been short and to the point, and I review movies in 5 minutes or less, or your money back. Now if you excuse me, I need to go back and finish my review for Alien Covenant, a movie that features decidedly less than awesome female characters. Pretty ironic considering that franchise gave us one of the best, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I will see you all next time. Bye.